Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam, and I'm outside making an effort to connect with nature. That's right. Connecting with nature is, well, it's not as easy as you think, and yet it's not as challenging either. The challenging part is making it intentional, having the mindset that this is what I'm going to do. And the difference there, it's like flipping a switch, all right? The conscious act of breathing and smelling and listening compartmentalizes all those little aspects of sensory work, and it grounds us, makes us present, makes us intentional. And that's slightly different than just going outside. In fact, connecting with nature doesn't necessarily require you to go outside. In fact, there have been a number of studies in schools and in hospitals where images, sounds, and smells of nature shift mindsets, reduce cortisol, and promote calm and improve focus, improve healing. And patients require fewer medications. They recover much more quickly. Simply having access to a window, looking at nature, looking outside, is extremely beneficial. More so than being surrounded by a curtain in one's own mind, ruminating. All right, so yes, it can be a bit of a distraction, and that's sort of the whole point. And that's being mindful and present, focus on something else, so that you're not focusing on what is the source of stress, whether that's pain, whether it's anxiety, things that are happening in the future, or depression, things that have happened in our past, trauma, things like that. So with students, it provides focus because the biophilic theory explains that as mammals, as animals on this planet, we are connected, all right? And unfortunately, we have been physically disconnected and removed from all the other ecosystems, and we've been removed from the planet. And part of that is, well, how we've used our big, beautiful brains and opposable digits to make life more comfortable in any environment, in any ecosystem, so that, it means that we've had to, evolve emotionally, mentally, a lot quicker than we have evolved physically. So physically, we're still mammals on this planet, and we have a niche, and we have some characteristics that are very mammalian, and thanks to our big, beautiful brains and the capacity to share and problem solve, we are not as connected to the planet. We're not as connected to other living things. And so by spending some time in nature, by making nature connections, doing it with intention, spending a moment to breathe, right? Box breathing, right? Slow inhalation for 4, hold for 4, complete deep exhalation over 4 moments, and then holding again at the bottom, it just sort of resets, recalibrates. Nature calms. It takes about 20 minutes to a half hour to significantly drop natural cortisol levels. And there are benefits of thereafter, but anything short of 20 minutes, you haven't given yourself the full potential. Anything after is just sort of extra, but the peak is between that 20 minutes and a half hour of intentional nature connection. Just go outside. And so that's the difference between nature connection at its fullest potential and what's being studied in classrooms and in hospitals. Yes, images, sounds, smells, they all help, but being in a mixed forest, being a healthy ecosystem really is the difference. And so today, I'm making an effort to make nature connections, all right? So I'm going to explore some biodiversity out here on the shores of Heart Lake, and I'm going to take a moment and appreciate this white pine, all right? And just a couple more steps, I'm going to appreciate, right, eastern cedar, right? The color, the texture, the smells, right? And then the balsam fir and the spruce. And then, on my walk back off the lake, I'll enter a hardwood forest and use my skills to identify maples, birch, black cherry, all right? But I'm going to be listening, and I'm going to be hearing the sounds of our winter birds, chickadees, nuthatches, some woodpeckers that are still quite active. I get a chance to watch my bird feeder as well. Breathing in this crisp air has some added benefits, right? So while I'm out here being present, being mindful, reducing cortisol, getting some exercise, right? Breathing in some fresh air, getting some daylight You know, as much as there isn't a very sunny skyscape, there are shorter wavelengths at this time of day. So yeah, I'm getting serotonin with this exposure to fresh air and daylight. And that's where the real benefits come in, releasing happy hormones while reducing stress hormones, getting some exercise, being mindful and present, not ruminating, and I'm going to express some gratitude. All right. So nature connection does not necessarily have to happen outside, but it sure helps if it does. All right. So go outside, right? It's the title of this platform for me. Say I'm outside, and I want to take advantage of sharing what I know and what I feel and what I believe, how I've healed physically, mentally, emotionally, maybe even a little financially, thanks to being a happier, healthier version of myself, because I spend so much time outside intentionally connecting with myself while I connect with nature. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you again soon. Please go outside. So good for you. Okay.